welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a few things. I will be announcing the winners of the giveaway. I picked them. Well, technically, the man folk that lives in this house, he picked them. What I did was count the number of comments on each of the 3 videos from last week, and then I just had him pick a number for like each one. So like one of them was like 1 to 30 something, so he picked a number and so on for each one. So it was kept impartial and fair that way. So yes, the winners are selected. I will announce them in this video, probably somewhere in the middle of the video because I'm mean, so stick around. And then I will be telling you about a thing I'm doing that you might also be interested in doing. It's a little bit weird, but I think you guys will appreciate it. I don't know. But as you can tell by the title, the main focus of this video is a Temu yarn haul review situation. So if we are not familiar, hit my microphone. If we are not familiar, Temu is a shopping app and website that offers steep discounts on a slew of different products directly from Chinese factories. In addition to incredibly low prices, Temu can no doubt attribute its success to its strategy of giving away free stuff to users who promote their app on social media and to friends and family. The company is a US offshoot of the Chinese e-commerce company Pinduoduo. I'm probably saying that wrong. While they do have around 300 complaints with the Better Business Bureau of people saying their packages were not delivered, I did have a positive experience as far as ordering goes, mostly. We'll get to that. And I don't want to judge, but it does seem like the people who left poor reviews, I'm not saying that all of them are false, but some of them could be people trying to get free product because they ship their packages with tracking, or at least they do now. I don't know if that was entirely the case like for all the time they've been in business, but I know now they ship with tracking, which means when the item is delivered, there are GPS coordinates for that delivery. So yeah. And then somebody that was a Temu customer service rep responded to each and every one of those negative reviews and was like, well, we see on our end that it's been delivered, and most of them were resolved just by that. So that leads me to believe maybe people heard that they could get free product that way, but ultimately because of the tracking they were able to figure out what had actually been delivered and what wasn't, and of course that's speculation. Now I will say, aside from the fact that my stuff was delivered, there is some negativity to it because this is like the ultimate yarn mystery box shopping experience. They call their... Okay, so how it works is Temu is the website, but you're buying from like individual sellers. Kind of like on Amazon, but it's not Temu selling you things, it's people selling you things on the platform Temu. So some of the things are like mislabeled. They'll call it milk cotton, and then when you get it, it'll say milk cotton, 100% acrylic, which obviously is not milk cotton. Also, none of the yarn had any sort of like specs, pretty much, from what I seen when I was shopping. Now it might, I've got the package right here and I haven't opened it yet. Now it might have specs like on the actual yarn itself, but it was hard to tell like the weight and like how much I was getting and what even the like makeup of the fiber was. But you know, it was inexpensive. They do have that going for it. So I ordered a few different things that I feel like I would normally use as like my preference for yarn. I didn't like order one of everything, but I tried to get yarns like the yarns that I currently use, so I have like a baseline to like compare it to. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And besides, I spent my own money on this, so I want to be able to use the yarn I got. I'm like fingers crossed, like hoping it doesn't like suck or fall apart or whatnot. So yeah, I try to get things like I normally would get. Without further ado, we will open it. I've got the package right here. I'm not going to turn it around because my address is on the back. Okay, let us try to cut this open. I feel like it's a little bit weird. I hope it's not like too loud. It's like ASMR package opening. Oop. Oops, I hit my mic again. I feel like it's a little weird that they sent it, like, I mean, I guess yarn's not going to break. But they sent it in like a really wrapped package instead of a box. But I will say, shipping is free, at least within the United States, on all orders, I think. So that's kind of cool. And I will also say that they shipped my stuff the day after I ordered. Now, it did still take almost 2 weeks to get to me. It was like 11 days. I ordered April 13th and I got it April 24th, if I recall correctly. So it did still kind of take a while, but to have it have shipped like literally the next day and to have tracking so I know where it was, that's what stopped me from ordering from other places in the past, because I don't want it to just come from China and I have no idea where it is for like a month. So yeah, we're gonna unload this. Sorry if it's super freaking loud. And then we'll go through it all one by one. Okay. We'll throw that on the ground. I'll get it later. Let us start with... I've got it pulled up on my computer, what I actually ordered, so I could kind of give you guys an idea. Okay, so this first thing that I picked was a 12-piece multicolored yarn for $5.48. That's $5.48. This is what it looks like. I'm trying to compare like the colors I received with the picture. And I guess they do look the same. They're maybe like a little more muted in the picture, but it is like a rainbow circle of yarn. So I do have like red, orange, yellow. You know, I do have rainbow colors here. So that matches up. Ooh, okay. The band says acrylic, hand knit line, hats, cushions, coats, and dolls. Interesting. It is 50% acrylic, 50% polyester, and there is actually no color number, name, or anything on here. There are like washing and drying instructions for it though. It feels like acrylic yarn. It's got that, you know, with acrylic yarn, how it's kind of soft, but also like a little bit scratchy. That's kind of what it feels like. Very comparable in texture to Red Heart Super Saver. Oh, that's kind of weird. Each one has like a slightly different texture. Like this pink is similar to the black, but this white is like a little more scratchy. And I don't know if it's just how it's made and like how I assume it's like machine dyed somehow. But yeah. Does it say how much is in it? Because this has got to be less than 50 grams of yarn. It's very light. And it's not looking like it says how much is in it, but like, that's thin. It might even be 25 grams, honestly. So that's a little bit disappointing. Well, I can't even say it's disappointing, because let's, you know, carry this thought out. If it is only 25 grams, but I've got 12 of them, what is that, like 300 grams of yarn for like $5? Worse things have happened. That's not too bad. That's still pretty cheap. Oy. Trying to get it back in the package. I just thought I'd smell it. It smells plasticky. I don't know if it's because it's in plastic or if it's because it basically is plastic. But yeah, not too bad. Oh, I should probably show you guys the thickness too. It says it's a DK weight, and I'd agree with that. It might be a little bit thin, so maybe closer to a 2 weight than a 3 weight, but it's what I expected weight-wise on that. What do we have next? Okay, the next items I put in my cart were called 1 roll soft thick yarn for crochet knitting. And it was these that look like blanket yarn. Oh, I'll be back. I've got a yellow, a white, a black, and a brown. These are colors that I feel like would be pretty easy to use a lot. Like black, white, and brown can be used for a bunch of different things. And then obviously yellow, black, and white are classic bee colors. So I figured I could make some Temu bees. Once again, absolutely zero specs on it. It's just yarn. It looks like, by the look of it, very similar to burnout blanket. Okay, so this is going to be hard to describe. I guess maybe you could see it. I don't know if you're familiar with burnout blanket, but it's almost like that, but it's like a smoother strand of burnout blanket. Like burnout blanket can be like a little bit bumpy, but these are like less bumpy, at least for this color. Where does it start at? I'm not center pulling, so it's gonna need to start somewhere. Okay, there it is. It's actually got a good thickness. Also, oh, and these were $2.98 each. Let's see, burnout blanket is about 300 grams. I'd say this is maybe 100 grams. But that's not bad because burnout blanket is like $12. Undiscounted $12. And these were 3, so if 3 of these equals 1 of those, it'd be about half the price of burnout blanket. If I recall correctly on this one, the color selection was pretty small, less than 10 colors. But if you are someone who like regularly makes bees or like bears, I think there was some blue, so you can make octos. You can get like some discounted colors for like popular items that way. If you're comfortable with that. I'm personally not going to be controversial and touch on whether we should be ordering from like Chinese companies or not. That's up to you to decide. I was curious and I wanted to see. I will probably continue to stick with shopping locally / online. But really at the end of the day, I don't feel like there's that big of a difference between ordering burnout blanket from Amazon and ordering knockoff blanket yarn from Temu. So maybe I'm not the best one to like talk about that. But you do what you feel comfortable with. So the next two I got were these Lily Large is the brand, it says, yarns. I got 2 colors just to see. These are apparently 25 gram skeins. Okay, so those other ones might be less than 25 grams because these look a little bit thicker. Okay, yeah, maybe these are 10 grams. I don't know. It's not going to go very far. I will say that much. Maybe I'll like tie them all together and just make something weird. I don't know. I expected, based on the pictures, I expected there to be like a little more in the skein than there are. Like, I expected these to be about the size of Barocco Vintage, and they're not. I'm not sure. I don't remember on the website. I don't think these ones had any like specs about what they were either, like the size of the skein. Or maybe I just didn't look by this point because I'm going in order of like how I put them in the cart. That is Chinese. All right. It's 30% something, 20% something, and 50% something. They recommend a 2 to 3 millimeter crochet hook. So this is probably sport weight. It's a pretty color. And then I got gold, which I thought this would be more orangey based on the picture than it is, but I actually really like this color. One might call it mustard. They have the same, I don't know why I thought they wouldn't, but they have the same like breakdown of whatever it is. I don't read Chinese, so there's a sticker here. And I just feel that I don't know what it says. Those are probably the care instructions somewhere under here. I wish I knew what it was. That's why I said it's like the ultimate like mystery bag. If you are looking, like if you're like the La Petite Sans Crochet person and make clothes for your amigurumi, like these little skeins would probably do you really well. because they're small, but they're like, this feels really soft and smooth. I don't know what it is, but I like these ones texture-wise the best so far. I mean, the knockoff Bernat blanket's good too. But this feels better than the acrylic yarn, the first set that I showed you. These were only $1.18 each. So I think if you like to make clothes for your amigurumi, these would be a nice yarn to use if you were interested. These were called One Piece Cotton Knitting Yarn Baby Wool Hat. So maybe that 50% is cotton. But I don't know, it feels pretty soft to be cotton. Like cotton, I guess some cottons can be kind of soft. I don't know. I have no idea what this is, but I like them. And I have no idea what I'll use them for, but I do like the colors, even though they look a little bit different than the picture on the website. And then the last thing that I got was $5.48. It is called One Piece Rainbow Cotton Yarn. I got it because it looked like those Karen cakes that are like multicolored. I don't use a lot of multicolored yarn, but I would like to expand my horizons. Now, I wouldn't describe myself as a yarn snob. I do have some yarns that are like fancier fibers, but I don't have a lot of them. And I really like my Craft Smart, just regular acrylic yarn. And I really like my Bernat blanket yarn, which is just, at the end of the day, polyester. But I'm a yarn snob as far as when I see, I'm like not creative. When I see a multicolored skein, I'm like, I don't know what I would do with that. I've experimented a little bit with like making whales and octos that are multicolored because like I feel like the color doesn't matter that much, so it's okay that they're multicolored. But I know some people can get like a multicolored yarn and be like, oh, this would make a beautiful blanket. I just don't see that like when I look at multicolored yarn, and maybe it's because I don't do blankets or many wearables, but I wanted to try to expand my horizon. I will say the picture looked like a Karen cake, and this is a lot smaller and on the thinner side. I felt like it'd be stretchy. It's not very stretchy. There's like no give to that. I got one that's like pink and yellow because that's like the colors I do wear. I don't know that I'd use this for a wearable. I don't know what I'd use it for. But I wanted to get it because I do want to step outside of my comfort zone. Now, this looks like, at best, a weight 3. Oh, I broke a nail. Sorry. Here, I'll use a prettier nail. Now it looks like I'm flipping you off. We'll do 2. What's on me? Oh, it's part of the bag. It stuck to me. Okay. At best, that's like a 3-weight yarn. It's very thin. I would not say it's 4. I guess I could do a wrap test to see, but I don't want to go through all that right now. But I don't know. It's smooth. It's not super soft, but it's not rough. I have no idea what it is. And there's nothing on the bag. Oh, there is. Okay. It is 80% nylon and 20% spandex. Well, you'd think it'd be stretchy with nylon and spandex, but it doesn't feel like it has any give. But that's what it kind of feels like nylon stockings when you touch it. You know? Interesting. If you guys have ideas for what I could use this for, let me know, because I want to use it. I do like the colors. Like, look at them. There's like a light pink, a medium pink, a little bit of like this mauve-y color, some yellow in there. I am surprised by like the color scheme of it, the colorway. And it does look, now that I'm looking at the website, it does pretty much look identical color-wise. The center on the website is like this one, so other than like that being different, the actual shades of each color look right. Whereas these looked pinker and oranger on the website. And these colors are like a little brighter in person. And then the knockoff Bernat blanket looks identical. But yeah, that's all the yarn I got. Would I order from them again? Probably not. I like to shop where I shop, but I am surprised by the at least feeling quality of these yarns. Like, it feels, this is like really nice. And it's strong too. I've seen yarns where you could just rip it apart, but that feels fine. Let's see if this would rip apart. This is the thickest for one that actually described itself as a DK weight. And that's really strong too. I'm not going to tear the burnout blanket knockoff because that yarn does like rip under tension normally. Did I already try this one? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, that's strong too. But yeah, I do think the quality is fine. It's comparable to what you can get in stores, but I prefer shopping at stores or online where they're going to list, you know, the weight, how much is in it, what the makeup is. And I guess some of these do list what they are, but I don't speak Chinese, so for me, it's kind of lost on me a little bit. I do really like the fake burnout blanket though, and I'll let you guys know when I make something with it. Now, I guess while we're here, oh, if you have ideas for what I should make with these two, because they are quite small, let me know. I don't want to waste the things I got. We're going to set that over here. And we're going to set that over here. While we are here, I guess I will go ahead and announce the winner before I tell you about a thing I'm doing. So, 3 winners were chosen. I'm going to give away some yarn, some crochet hooks, and some stuff I made. So if I name you as the winner, please email me. My business email will be in the description down below. If you are the winner, you have full permission to email me. If you are not the winner, please do not email me unless it's like actually important. If you do want to like chat with me, like I'm available through social media or the comment section on my videos. But I don't want my email to be clogged up because I already have a lot of emails and they're like making me pay for storage. So please don't email me unless it's important. Okay, so without further ado, we are going to announce the winners, the thing that I'm sure you guys have all been waiting for. But if you've gotten this far, thanks for listening to me say, I don't know what this is, about a bunch of different yarn from Temu. I do like the quality. I don't think I'll order from there again, but if you have ordered from there, let me know what your experience was like. I got everything just fine. It's pretty much what I expected, though some of the stuff was a little bit smaller than I expected, but my whole order was like $25, and I think I got a decent amount for that price. So, positive review, though overall, not for me. Now, for real this time, without further ado, the 3 winners that were selected by my significant other are Susan Jones Sabo. I hope I said that right, and I'm sorry if I didn't. Yes. Joe's Webb and Deborah Calvert. So if you are any of those people, please go to the description box and get my email address, and I will say it here. Also, I suppose it is cottonbabycrochet@gmail.com. And please email me and we can discuss collecting information so I can mail you stuff. And thank you to you guys specifically, but also thank you to everyone, because I literally could not have done this without you. I record these videos and I put them up, and part of them are like for me because I really like this thing that I'm doing. I really like yarn. I really like to crochet, and I was really interested in meeting like-minded people who also enjoy the same things that I do. But at the end of the day, I can put up as many videos as I want. I cannot force anybody to watch them or subscribe to them. So the fact that we've made it to that milestone just blew away the expectations I had. I know that someday I will be monetized because I've like set that goal for myself, but I was prepared to like grind it out on YouTube a lot longer than I have before we even hit like the halfway point that we're at. And that's just solely thanks to you guys. So I'm gonna not talk about it because I don't want to get emotional, because that'd be weird. But yes, I do really appreciate you guys, like a lot. And everyone who said they like my market videos, I really hope it like helps you guys. I just make the kind of videos that I was like desperately searching for, that I thought there wasn't enough of when I was starting out, like how to price things. Like, it just tell me what your price is so I could decide if that's too high or too low for me. Please, is that too much to ask? So I just tried to like answer the questions that I had. And I'm glad it's been like well received, pretty much. Yes. Now, to get into the other thing. The other thing is weird and not crochet related, so I won't be offended if you click away. But if you want to hear what I'm doing, that's kind of weird, but it brings me a little bit of joy, then stick around. So, something about me that you guys might not know, especially judging by part of my yarn collection, is I'm a little bit of a clothing minimalist. I have, at last count, about 85, 86 things in my closet, down to like literal individual socks. And that includes my like sleepwear, my bathing suit, my workout outfit. It doesn't include my shoes, but I've got 3 pairs of those. Just because I work from home, and it started because I'm trying to like downsize my whole house, because we're a family of 5 and there's like a lot of people and a lot of stuff, and I was getting like overwhelmed and like mentally in a bad place because of it. So one thing that I really wanted to tackle was my like clothing situation, because I had my 3rd baby, and what happens when I have babies is I put on about 50 pounds and then I just keep it on. Like baby comes out and I stay chubby. So my wardrobe would pretty much make me feel bad about myself, because I'd feel like gross that I was still chubby and like none of my clothes fit me. So I really wanted to like tackle that and only have what I felt good in. And I work from home, so I had some like business stuff from when I used to work in an office. I did real estate accounting for a while and like worked at a company doing like mortgage processing and things. But I didn't need that stuff anymore. I haven't worked in an office in like over 3 years now, because I've been doing freelance writing, and then I started my crochet business like last year. Yeah, so I just wanted to get rid of the stuff that didn't fit and the things that I wished fit but like were making me feel bad about myself, and only have things that like I felt good in. So speaking of clothes, that was my dryer going off. So I did that, and when I did that, I realized that the clothes that I actually wore were pretty much all black, and that's kind of been that way since high school. So I ended up with basically a black wardrobe of like a few black shirts, a few black bike shorts, and a few black leggings. I also have a pair of jeans and like a couple of tank top undershirts and a couple of cardigans, which you've seen in my videos. I've got one on my lap right here. And it was relatively easy for me to do, and I'm happier having like less laundry. And I like getting up and just being able to reach into my closet, pull something out, know it fits, know I like how I feel in it. So yeah, I've been living like that for, I guess, close to 6 months now. It was right after I had my 3rd baby, and it's worked well for me. But in doing my like process for decluttering my wardrobe, I wanted to bring in pieces that I felt like were high quality, because I didn't want to just, not that there's anything wrong with like Walmart leggings, but they do like fade and like fall apart over time. So I just wanted to buy things that were like a little more high quality, so they'd last a while. And in doing those search to figure out what I was going to swap out and what I was going to keep, I came across a brand called Wool And. Now at the time, they have like wool clothing, and specifically are mostly known for their dresses. At the time, I could not afford a Wool And dress because they're over $100. They're like right around 100 to like $130, most of them. So it wasn't the time for me. But recently, I decided to get one because I've stuck to my like small wardrobe. Oh, and another thing, I live in Florida, so I don't need seasonal outfits. So if you live in a different place, like, you probably need more clothes. But Florida, it's summer 10 months of the year. Here, it's rain. That's the only weather we get. And I just don't go outside. I don't have to, pretty much. Only to get groceries, but I digress. Their dresses are kind of expensive, but I recently got one. And what I came across when I was getting the dress was their 100-day challenge. Now, if I haven't lost you already, this is probably where I might lose you. So basically, the challenge is to wear one of their dresses for 100 days, like 100 days in a row, like all the time. It's not crazy. I promise. So there's like a couple of reasons for this. One, less time and money goes into washing your clothes, because when you wear a different outfit every day, at the end of the week, you at least have a load of laundry. Two, it like forces you to become better at taking care of your clothes, because if you spill something on your dress because you're wearing it tomorrow, you're gonna take immediate action to like clean up whatever you've spilled on your dress. And three, you'll start to like realize that like your personality is what defines you. What you wear isn't what defines you. Like I like my all black wardrobe because it makes me feel good, but they're just clothes at the end of the day. Like I don't really, if people see all black and think it's like, I don't know, aggressive for whatever reason, it doesn't bother me because I like how it feels and it's simple and I'm comfortable, and like that's what clothes should be. Just something simple and comfortable to throw on. It doesn't matter what other people think of them, it just matters what you think of them. And it also, of course, reduces your impact on the environment. So, you know, it seemed like an interesting challenge. And because I already wear pretty much the same thing every day, I figured I would give it a shot. Now, you are definitely allowed to wash your dress. You can take it off for bed. It's just the outfit that you wear every day is the one dress. But you can sleep in your own clothes. You can work out in your own clothes. And then you wash your dress as needed. But wool is odor resistant, and I got black, so I've had like no staining issues or anything. And I'm about 2 weeks in, and it's been going good. So I just wanted to like share it with you guys in case you wanted to try. Now, if you do complete the challenge, they will give you $100 off your next purchase. So if you like it and were like inspired to do it, then you could basically get another dress almost free to have in your closet. And my dress, here, I'll stand up. Ooh, I'm stuck. I don't have an office chair, I have a regular chair. It's just a simple, there's fuzzies on it because I was dealing with like yarn earlier. So this is what happens when you wear white and deal with plush yarn. But it's just like a simple dress. It's not super fitted because I don't really wear fitted things. Let me get like back on the mic. But they have different types of dresses. They have fitted, like sheath dresses, I think they're called. They have like wrap dresses, dresses with pockets, sleeveless dresses. So I would, if I were you and you have the urge to try something like this, like I'll leave their website below so you guys can like check it out. Like their stuff is cute. I just got something simple to wear because I didn't know if I would like it or not. So I went with the safe bet, which is black short sleeve. Oh, and it's got pockets. Yeah. They do, if 100 days is intimidating to you, they do have a 30-day challenge too. If you complete that, I think you get like a $30 off situation. And I'm in no way affiliated with them. Like I don't receive any sort of money, like if you guys try them out or not. I just think it's a cool thing and it's good for the environment. And I think it's could be mentally good for some people. And for me, it was just another way to like separate myself from my clothes, but to still also like have something I feel good about, because I think it's like a nice dress. It's durable. It's gone through the wash a few times. I've got a baby, so he likes to rub his nose on me. So I've had to wash this dress like in 2 weeks. Oh man, like 5 times already. It's held up well, other than my plush yarn sticks to it, but a lint roller takes care of that. But yeah, if you guys have an interest, I'll leave it down below. And thank you for listening to me chat today. And thank you for being like a part of our little community. And the next giveaway will be at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. We are officially over halfway there. And if you are Susan, Joe, or Deborah, please email me because you have won some stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!